So, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning. It depends on wherever you're in the world. I can see some couple of people from different part of the world. So, on this webinar. So, like I said earlier, what we'll be looking at today is the most important aspect of trading, which is your mindset as a trader. Your trader, as a trader, your mindset constitute like about say 95%. Some people even say 99%. That trading is 99% mindset and 1%, skill. That no matter how skillful you are, if your mindset is not right, you can't be a profitable trader. And the journey of every trader, is to be a profitable trader, a consistent profitable trader. Whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading commodity, whether you're trading forex, whether you're trading cryptos, it doesn't matter. It's the same mindset. It doesn't matter the market you are trading. It's the same mindset that constitute a profitable stock trader, also constitute a profitable forex trader. The same mindset also is what a profitable crypto trader needs. It's the same thing because we are all human beings. So having said that, if you look at the image I have on this screen, this is like the journey that we all go through as a trader. The first journey is, where you're just starting out, or let me say when you place a trade and the trade goes in profit. Okay, you're happy. This is about the first journey that all of us go through as a trader. I remember back in the days when I first started, myself and my friend, the first week or 2 weeks after we started trading and we started making money, we went to a car lot to go and price a car. We went to this car lot in Lagos to go and price a car and then we already have calculator and pen and our paper, and we are saying, okay, if I can be making say $2,000 per week, I should be able to buy this car, and then we started feeling the heat when we start having drawdown. You now start having drawdown, and then that means you enter a trade. That means you enter a trade and the trade goes against you, and you're seeing, let's say your account is $1,000, for example, and then you are seeing minus 200. You start going to toilet. You just start running to the restroom to go and ease yourself. And then after this drawdown, if you are still, some people quit very early after when they start seeing drawdown. They say I can't deal with this because you are seeing your money, like your money is going down the drain. Because like I always say, as humans, we are emotionally attached to our money, because money is emotional. So when you start seeing drawdown, you are scared. You are like, man, what is going on? Then probably the money is going up. At this point, I say, okay, I'm going back to break even. Then at this point, you're beginning to hate yourself for starting, this journey. Yes, okay. Probably you lost an account here, or you blew an account at this point. Then now say, okay, one more try. Let me try again. You now found your account. And then you start making money again. Say, and you start saying, I'm going to quit my job. That's what I always tell people. If you have a job right now that you're doing, please don't, and you're just starting out trading, don't quit your job yet. Just have trading as a side hustle. Have trading as a side hustle. Also, if you have been trading for a while, I always tell people, always have trading as a side hustle. That's why somebody like me, the reason why I teach and I have courses out there, that teaches people how to trade is because I'm using that course as a side hustle, so that I'm not focused on trading alone. Because what I found out is that when you're focused on trading alone, the tendency of you being under pressure is very, very high. People that trade around the clock, that all they do is they trade. Most times you always overtrade. You always give your profits or your gains back to the market. Let's say in the morning during London session, you place a trade and you have made $500, right? Because you don't have any other thing you are doing by the side that can keep your mind occupied, right? That can keep your mind occupied. That can keep you occupied and take you away from your screen. Because you're always in the front of your screen every day. What you find out is that it's easy for you to lose that money, all the money that you have made in the morning, in the London session. Then you say, okay, let me quickly trade New York session. then you lose everything, right? So I don't know if I have a witness in the house. You can drop a message in the chat box. If this has ever happened to you before, you make money in the morning and then in the afternoon you lose everything, or in the evening you lose everything. You'll find out that is more, more, that happens more to people, that all they do, they don't have something else they do. All they do is they trade. They don't have any other thing. Their mind is not occupied, with something else. So what you want to do, I can see some people, they say that's me. So what you want to do is to find something that, that you love doing, that also occupy your mind. So that when you make money in the morning, you are say, okay, I'm done for the day. Okay, I'm just done for the day. Tomorrow I'll enter another trade. So, and then you shut down your system, or you close your trading platform. Let me tell you how I dealt with this. When I started, first trading, what I normally do, I actually took this to the extreme because it affected me a lot back in the days. And I'll tell you what, I personally deal with it. What I normally do is that when I make money in the morning, I'll go to my computer and I will uninstall my trading platform, my MT4. Because it got to a point that I was just tired of making money in the morning and losing it in the afternoon. This is to the extreme. So, and for some couple of weeks, I started doing that. What I will do is that when I'm done trading in the London session, I'll totally uninstall my MT4 from my system. And then I'll be doing some other things online. So in the morning when I'm about to trade again, I'll install it again. So I did it for some couple of weeks, and that actually disciplined me. Something you can do if you know you have been suffering this. Another thing that a friend also told me about, he got this software that disables his MT4 from working for anytime from 2 p.m. Nigerian time. And by morning, or by 12 a.m. of the next morning, his MT4 is enabled again. He did that for a while also to train his mind, because trading is an habit. And if you enter into an habit where you lose money in the morning and you lose it in the afternoon, if you don't check it, it will keep going on like that. All right. So, and this is what I always tell people, don't quit your job yet. Have something that also occupies your mind till you are now stable. You do it for a while till your mind, till you now know how to discipline yourself, whereby you make money in the morning, whatever is happening in the afternoon, it doesn't concern you. You are done. All right. Also, and then from this part when somebody say I'm going to quit my job, the market has a way of humbling you. All of a sudden, everything else you start losing money again, and then you say, "Man, I'm done with this trading thing at this point." And at this point is where most people, at this point of where I'm done, where people quit, is most times is where you're supposed to now sit down and start thinking. This is the point where you now say, "I want to fix my psychology." Let me get a pen so I can see if I can. Okay, at this point right here is where the miracle begins to happen, where you say, okay, let me fix my psychology, like what we are trying to do right now. I'm trying to help you to come to a point where you want to deal with your mindset, where you want to tell yourself, see, I need to fix this thing. I know if I can fix my mindset, I can be profitable, because I know in the morning. Now, at this point, you already know that you don't lack skills. You already know that you know how to make money from the market. But the problem is that you don't know how to control yourself. So unfortunately, most traders doesn't get to this point. According to statistics, according to data, they say out of 100 traders that start trading together, only like 3%, some people even say less than 3%, get to the point where they say, I want to fix my psychology. Most traders quit at this point because now they are tired. Probably I've been trading for 1 year. Me, I actually quit at this point when I first started trading. I think I quit. I stayed away from trading for like 2-3 years. I stopped trading. But I just said, man, I'm done. So I stopped trading and I started another business. I think it was at this point that I started my exchange business. And I say, I'm just done. It was after 3 years, and I said, yeah. Then I said, okay, let me come back to trading. Then I got to this point where I now started fixing my psychology. And the beautiful thing about fixing your psychology, I need to let you know, is that it's an ongoing thing. fixing your psychology is actually an ongoing thing. It's something you do every time, most times, or every weekend. At this point, when you now have to look at what you have done in the past week, maybe like today on Sunday. I do this on Sunday after service, after church service. I'll just sit down and say, okay, how can I do better this week? All right. I always do this. After when I'm relaxing in the afternoon, I'll quickly look at the chart and say, okay, what can I do better? And this can take you, if you have been consistent doing this can take you less than 10-20 minutes to look at what have I done, how can I get better the following week. Okay, somebody said they can't see. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know. Somebody said they can't see my screen. Please, let me know in the chat box. Just drop me a message if you can see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, or let me know. I don't know. Mr. Shem said they can't see my screen. Anyway, so I want to assume that others can see my screen, but it's only one person that said they can't see my screen. Okay, you can see now. Okay, thank you. So it's at this point that most traders begin to become profitable. At this point, most traders quit at this point. At this, what have I done? I mean, they are just done, because you can see the graph. You can just say, I'm just done. Let me go and look for another thing to do. So now, if you can successfully fix your psychology, your mindset at this point, it's at this point that you know that you want to keep it simple. If you bought my Forex course, you see where I actually dedicate a whole module where we spoke about keeping it simple. This point is very, very important. You want to keep your trading lifestyle very simple. It's at this point you want to know, okay, do I want to become a scalper? Do I want to become based on your journey from this first point? Do I want to become a scalper? Do I want to become a day trader? Do I want to become a swing trader? It's at this point that you want to, and either way, whatever you decide that you want to do, because trading is personal. I can't say, okay, this is as much as I like to say, I actually love to say, I don't like scalping. Some people scalp and they make good money, So depending on your personality, after you have gone through all this journey, what you want to do is that you want to keep your trading simple as much as possible. Your trading platform should not be looking like a war zone. I took out a whole module to explain how your trading platform should look like. Sorry, it should look very simple. For example, let me show you normally how my trading platform used to look like. Coming like this. This is my trading platform. It has to look as simple as possible. All right. So let's go back to where we are. So you want to keep it simple. Then after keeping it simple, you want to learn how to apply risk management. We're going to talk about this. So then you are trusting the process, because now you have dealt with your psychology, you have kept your platform simple, your trading lifestyle simple. You know how to now apply risk management, and then it's easy for you to now trust the process. Now, this whole journey, that you have on this chart happens to different traders at different times. Some trader comes to this point where they now begin to trust the process under 1 year. Some it can take them 3 years, some can take them 5 years. It took me about 3, 4, 5 years before I can finally come to this point where now I'm trusting the process, where I place a trade, I don't even bother. It goes against me. I can take loss and it will not affect me. I make profit, it will not affect me. But overall, I ensure that at the end of the month, at the end of the year, I have more profitable trades than losing trades. That means my ROI, is better than, my account, has grew consistently, over some couple of, weeks or months, for that my trading journey. This is the point where you want to get to. And this point doesn't happen overnight. And I'll be very, very sincere with you. This whole process doesn't happen overnight. Like one of my friends used to say, if you want to become a doctor, you don't become a doctor in 1 day. It takes a while. If you want to become an engineer, you don't become an engineer in 1 day. The problem with most of us is that you want to become a profitable trader under 1 year. You want to become a profitable trader under 6 months, and that doesn't happen. It's a process. It takes a while. Having said that, so let's move on. So two major things that I found that people deal with in trading, like I said earlier, is actually is actually the problem of emotion. And one of the basic things that we all deal with emotion is fear and greed. And I'm going to explain how you can deal with both of them, as a trader. If you have a pen, you can just write this down. Although I'm recording this, but if you have a pen, you can just write it down. The first emotional problem that every trader deals with is fear. There are two major ones: fear and greed. The first one is actually fear. How can you deal with fear as a trader? The first thing you want to do is knowledge. In whatever you do, knowledge deals with fear. If you are knowledgeable in something, you will not be fearful about it, right? I don't know if I'm communicating. If you actually know how to do something, you will not be fearful. If you know how to drive a car, taking your car to the highway will not be a problem. It will be easy for you to take your car and you go to the highway. Is when you don't know how to drive that you'll be scared to take your car and go to the highway. So your knowledge of knowing how to drive, permits you to pick up your car and then you can drive from one state to another. You are not fearful, right? So the one thing you want to deal with is knowledge. To deal with fear, the one thing you want to have in your arsenal is adequate knowledge. Adequate knowledge of trading that particular market. Probably is forex, probably is stock, crypto. I don't care. Once you are knowledgeable about that market, you can now deal with it. You not be fearful. So, for example, in my course, in the Traders Abode Forex course, like I explained, especially if I just starting out, ensure you watch that video as many times as possible. If you don't understand something, go back and watch it. If you don't understand something, drop a message in the Telegram group or in the WhatsApp group, or send us an email. You can shoot us an email. There's an email in the course. You can send us an email. I don't understand this, so can you put me through? Then we'll point you to what you need to do, right? So once you're adequately knowledgeable about trading, it's kind of take away fear in a way, right? But that is one part of the journey, your ability, because now you are knowledgeable, you are not fearful. Now, the another part that will help you psychologically is focus, and I'm going to talk about this part, and this is where most traders miss it. Now, you will see a lot of traders that just started trading. They want to trade everything. They want to trade Euro USD. They want to trade Bitcoin. They want to trade gold. They want to trade pounds US. They just want to trade everything. So what I always advise people is that, especially if you're a new person, or if you have not been profitable, let's say you have been trading for a while, you have not been profitable. Just what you want to do is just take a step back. I explained in my course what I did when I started dealing with my psychology in trading. What I did was that I went back to my platform and I said, what can I do to be more focused? So what I did was that I deleted every other trading pair and I focus on only one single pair. I say this over and over. I focus on Euro USD. And I'll tell you why I focus on Euro USD. Number one, Euro USD is about the most traded pair in Forex. And number two, Euro USD is less erratic. Let me use that word. It doesn't go up and down like every other pair. Like, for example, let's say gold, or let's say pounds Japanese yen, right? Euro USD seems to be more stable, and the way it moves when it's trending, it moves in that direction for a while. It doesn't go up and down like every other too much. And the volatility seems to be stable when it's trending. Let's say it's trending in buy direction. You will notice that Euro USD. Let me go to like this chart. You will see that Euro USD seems to be, as you can see on my chart, the way it moves, right? It seems to be more consistent, and number one, it's less erratic. Although it can be frustrating if you focus on it, because sometimes while every other pair is moving, it doesn't move. It takes a while. It takes its time to build momentum before it starts moving. But when it moves, it's moving. So what I did was that I focused on trading USD for like about 6 months. I stopped trading every other pair. And what that helps you to do is that it also helps you to understand, number one, how it moves. It helps you to understand its behavior. Number two, it also helps you to understand historical movement of the pair. That is the support, the resistance, the market structure, the candlestick pattern, the way it behaves around support and resistance and whatnot. You know, guys, if you can see I want to be sure you can see on my trading view platform. Let me know. Can just drop me a message if you can see. So it just helps you to be sane in a way, and it stabilizes you. It brings stability. So if you have not been profitable, focus on one pair. You can decide to focus on pounds USD. You can decide to, but just ensure you focus on one pair that allows you that reflects your personality, right? Focus on a single pair for 6 months, for 1 year. I've seen. There's one of my students. I think we had this webinar sometimes in 2018, and I was talking about focusing on a pair. And this guy, while we're having this webinar, went to man. He started, evaluating the way he trades, and he picked Euro USD. He said he focused on Euro USD for 2 years. It was in 2020 that he sent me a mail, and we started talking. And he said he focused on Euro USD for 2 years. Even me, I focused on Euro USD for like 6 months. He said he stopped trading every other pair, just focus on Euro USD, and since then he becomes super profitable. This guy is one of the guys that if I'm having issue with a trading pattern, I chat him up, I call him, I say, oh boy, what did you think about this pattern? And he tell me the guy becomes super profitable just for following this my advice. So he said he took time out and he said, okay, I'm not going to be trading any other pair. I'll just focus on Euro USD. And what that tells you is that it allows you to understand the pattern. I mean, if they wake you up in the morning and say you are sleeping, or somebody wake you and say, what is the price of Euro USD? You'll be able to tell the person at 1.06386, because this is the only pair you trade. So you are not checking Euro USD. You are checking Nasdaq. You are checking Tesla. You are checking Netflix. You are checking US oil. You are checking gold. You are checking everything. You are checking pounds USD. You are checking AUD USD. You are checking gold. You don't even understand how to trade yet. This is the problem that a lot of traders have. It is money you want to make. Whatever pair you are trading, you will make money. You are going to Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Oh, you don't even understand support and resistance yet. You don't understand price action. And then you are stressed out, because it will stress you out. So pick a pair that reflects your personality. Some people like action. If you really like action, some people will say, okay, I want to focus on gold. There's no problem. Just make sure that if you are focusing on gold, this is gold. You want to focus on gold probably for 6 months, 1 year. The minimum time you want to be trading only this pair is 6 months. Okay, for 6 months or for the next 6 months, I just want to understand how gold behaves. I just understand the behavioral pattern of gold. How does gold react to resistance? How does it react to support? How does it react to price action? How does it react to, when I enter a trade, how does it react? Because all these pairs, they have the way they react. And your ability to be profitable, depends on how you react to them, how you relate with them. That's what I'm looking for. Your ability to relate with a pair and understand how that pair reacts. So that when they wake you up in the middle of the night, you say, what is the price of gold? You tell them, gold. You will not even need to check your chart. You see, gold is 1,867 and it's sitting on a support at 1,806. And it's about to break a resistance at 1,868. Because you know it like the back of your hand. It is going to help you. Doing this alone will help your trading journey. It will take away stress. It will take away pressure. It will take away, a lot of emotional instability. All right. So having said that, let's move on. You also want to focus on your money management. All right. Money management. For example, I always advise stick with 3%. Stick with 3%. I think there's a video that we have out there where I explain how to calculate your percentage in trading. I'm not going to go over that now, and I explain it in the course too. How you can calculate your percentage. at least stick with 3%, stick with 2% if you want to be super especially when you're just starting out. Let's say you say, okay, I want to start trading Euro USD or alone. Now you now want to say, okay, trading Euro USD alone, what percentage of Euro USD do I want to of my trading account do I want to be committing to the market? Let's say 1%, 2%, max 3%. If I just starting, don't go above 3%. Let me tell you what that does. It gives you the ability to also keep your emotion in check. For example, let's say you have a $1,000 account. At 3%, I think that means you are committing like about $30. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. That means you are committing about $30 of your $1,000 per trade. I don't care how bad the market can go. It can't go against you that you will crash your account. Guys, I don't know why some people are saying they can't see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen on TradingView on Euro US, let me know. Okay, thank you, Gideon. All right, so stick with 3% and don't be too greedy. Now, number one, focusing on one pair stabilizes you. Now, not committing too much of your money, because sometimes you enter a trade hoping that it will go this way and it go against you. So if you take a loss of 3%, that will not kill you. That gives you the ability to enter that gives you the ability to enter the trade again. What you want to do is that your ability to keep your money, number one, like I always say, protecting your capital is number one. When you lose your capital, you'll be stressed. You'll be looking for a way to raise another money to start trading again. So I will talk about fear, how to deal with fear. Number one, you don't forget knowledge. Knowledge is very important, but you don't need only knowledge alone. Number two, focus on one pair for 6 months, at least 6 months. This part is very difficult to do, focusing on one pair, because sometimes especially when you are trading on Euro USD, sometimes Euro USD will not move for 2-3 days. Sometimes I've seen Euro USD that doesn't move for a week. So it requires a lot of patience. But if you can do it, you will be super profitable after some time. I'm telling you. Just focus on one pair. Then number three is keep your exposure to the market at 3%. So that way you are not stressed. You don't even bother. And that's why some people, they will say, when I say I've entered a trade since Monday, like I was dropping signal on the there was one signal we dropped last week, Euro Japanese yen. That trade took me like about 2 weeks before I closed it. I closed it at over 250 pips. And it was after I've entered that trade. I've entered the trade like a week before. So a week after, I saw another opportunity on that particular pair. So I now dropped the signal on the group, and I was telling people that 3 days after that trade is still running. Somebody chatted me and said, that he has closed his own trade. I said, but me, I've had this trade running for over a week. Do you know why I'm not bothered? Because I didn't commit too much money of my capital, so I can sleep. As a matter of fact, at one point, let me go and let's go to Euro JPY. I think it's Euro JPY. This is it. At one point, I think I took a sell. Yes, we took a sell around there. At one point, the trade went against me. I think I was up by around about 120 pips. This trade went against me, and it came back to around 10 pips. At one point, it went to negative. I just left it. As you can see the way this, it came down, because I knew that it's coming down. So let me go to 4 hours so that I can show you what happened on this trade. Okay, my 4 hours is not coming up. Hello? Hello? So Miss Murray, Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. I think my internet, I went off for a little bit. Thank you. So like I was saying, this Euro Japanese yen went against me like after about 100 pips thereabout. It went against me and went back minus, negative. So, but I stayed in the trade because I knew it's going to do very well. So I came out more than 200 pips, in this trade. The reason why I could do that was because number one, I entered the trade I didn't enter it with high loss size. So I'm at peace. So I can go about my business. I can drop signals on that trade. That's the reason. So keeping your exposure to the market as reasonable as you can will help you. As time goes on, as you now understand the pattern of a trade, you can now increase your exposure, maybe 4%, or maybe you can now enter 2 or 3 trades. Probably now your total exposure is now like about 6%. All right. So let's move on. Now, dealing with greed. We've talked about dealing with fear. So let's talk about greed. Money management is number one thing, how to deal with greed. You don't want to be too greedy. 3% is okay. All right. Also, lastly, this session, dealing with greed is don't put your expectation too high with the market. For example, you are trading a $1,000 account and then you want to make $1 million in a month. that is excessive greed. You blow your money. You will just blow your money. You don't want to have, the truth is with trading, the more money you have to trade, the more money you will make. And this is what most people don't tell newcomers. If you are trading, for example, if I'm trading with a $100,000 account, I can easily, turn down $100,000 to probably say in the next couple of months to $200,000. Okay, it's easy for me. I can double the account probably in the next, 3, 4, 5 months or 6 months. All right, or 1 year. I can easily double the account, depending on how aggressive I want to become. I can easily double a $100,000 account in a year. All right. Now, imagine if you are trading a $1,000 account and you say in 1 year you want to make $100,000. I mean, that will, number one, that will put you under pressure. Number two, you'll be finding trading opportunity where there are none. Number three, you'll be over trading. So you want to keep your expectation as minimal as possible. All right. So, I think I don't know, probably we should move forward, look at trading, what you trade, what market did last week, technically, or I should just do a video tomorrow. I'll drop it in the group. So I think it's important we talk about this, trading psychology. And I think we'll be doing this regularly because trading is not all about technical analysis and fundamental analysis. This aspect of trading is very, very important. The one we just spoke about today. I don't know if anybody have any questions before we call it a day, so we could if you have any questions based on what I've mentioned so far, although I'm recording this, I'll drop it in the group. I'll edit this video and try and drop it in the group. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you have any question, you can raise your hand, so I'll meet you. So Mohammed say, how can one commit $30, which is 3%? Okay, Mohammed, what you can do at the point when you're entering your trade, Mohammed said, how can one commit $30? Let me read that question. How can one commit $30 in $1,000, which is 3%? Is it by using stop loss at exactly $30 loss? Or how we won't do it? I understand it's not like crypto. Okay, let me quickly explain. How can you commit $30? Now, at the point where you're trying to enter the trade, what you want to do, you would have calculated your lot size and your stop loss. Let me show you a tool that I normally use. I explain it in the course. Give me 1 minute. Let's go to Google and Oh, I want to look for, I've forgotten the name. Calculating. I've forgotten the name of this this tool I used to use. I think this one. I tried to look for a calculator that I normally use. I've forgotten the name of. Okay, I think this is one. No, I'm looking for the simplest one. Give me 1 minute. Guys, give me 1 minute though. Give me 1 minute. Let me look for it. Give me 1 minute to look for it. I'll get it now. There's one I used to. I think I bookmark it. Can't find it. Okay, position size calculator. All right. Okay, yeah. So let me share my screen. I found it. I bookmark it. Okay, like this calculator is called position size calculator. Mohammed, I hope you can see my screen. So now, let's say your account balance is very easy. I don't want to take you through the long process of cracking your brain. Let's say your account balance is $1,000. All right. And you want to risk 3%. Okay. And your stop loss is like 100 pips. So, and you are trading in USD. If I click calculator, you will notice that it's telling you that your standard loss size should be around 0.003. That means, and you can see that your amount at risk is $30. Well, if you can see what I'm sharing, let me know. So this your percent amount at risk is based on your standard loss, the size that you are entering. So that means if you are pushing, if you are clicking buy or sell for it on this $1,000 account, this is your standard. This is standard loss you are going to use 0.003 on that $1,000. Okay. All right. So and then you already say, my stop loss. Sorry, stop loss is 100 pips, not 1,000. Sorry. Sorry, 0.03. I know it's supposed to be 0.03. So 0.03. This is going to help you to at this point, that means if the market, if the trade goes against you by $100 and it hits your stop loss at 100 pips, sorry, if the trade goes against you by 100 pips and it hits your stop loss, that means you only lost $30. All right. So make sure just go to babypips.com/tools/position size calculator. So I always use this calculator, when I want to enter a trade. All right. That was why I have it bookmarked. So let me see. Okay, somebody said, so yeah, on this on the trading psychology or traders mindset, we'll be talking about, we're doing like every other week, maybe every 2 weeks. But it will help you. It also helped me as I'm discussing this, as I'm teaching, I'm also learning, right? So probably we're doing this every 2 weeks, twice a month. It's because to keep ourselves in check. This is like we are advising each other or one another to keep me in check, to also keep you in check. It helps you a lot. All right. Okay. That's a link. You can use this link. Gerard just dropped the link. So I think Gerard also raises his hand. Gerard, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, Lola, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on, let me mute my laptop. Yes, I use this tool all the time. Since I discovered it, it's been a blessing, my brother. Because when you say overtrade, this is the crux of the matter. Because sometimes people are risking amounts they cannot afford to risk. And then when the market goes against them, there's a lot of tension and panic. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hello?
I can hear you, Gerard, loud and
Then
clear.
one other thing I wanted to just chip in. It's something I learned much later. In fact, not too long ago. I'd heard of it, but it just never dawned on me how important it is until somebody did the calculation and I saw it. There's something called risk to reward ratio. And that is so important because you need to know what your stop loss risk is relative to your potential profit or loss. If you have, let's say, a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, what it means is that if you are willing to take a stop loss of 10, then your aim should be, if you make profit, it should be 20 pips. If you are taking a stop loss of 20, your aim should be 40 pips for profit. The reason is this. Let's say I have an Excel sheet, maybe I'll send it to the group. If you take 100 trades and you lose 50% of the trades, it means that you actually lost 50 trades. Even if you lose 50 trades, you will still end up in profit. The reason is because 50 times 1, which is your, let's say 1 to 2 ratio, will be $50, for instance. But 50 times 2, which is your profit or take profit point, will be $100. Let's use that as an example. So when you say risk to reward, your potential reward should always be higher than your risk in every trade you take. If you consistently do that, even if you lose half of your trades over a given period of time, you will still be profitable. And it's very rare for you to lose. If you take 100 trades, for you to lose as much as 50 now, it's very rare. On the average, before, I used to average up at, let's say, 70. Because another thing is you need to have a journal where you record these things meticulously. Because if you don't, you cannot measure whether you're moving forward or backward.
That's true.
You must write it down. Yes, in a month, at the end of the month, you go and assess all your trades and say, okay, I took 150 trades, so I lost 75. That's not so good. So I need to work on my discipline and my entry and my, if you don't measure yourself, you cannot assess progress or lack of it.
That's
true. That's what I wanted to contribute.
Thank you so much, Gerard. So I think risk reward ratio is one of the things I think I mentioned at the course. So basically, like Gerard said, like Gerard rightly said, it helps you to measure while you're trading. Probably the next trading traders mindset we're going to have probably next week or upper week, we'll be looking at how to keep a trading journal. I'll explain how to keep a trading journal, the risk reward ratio. For example, on trading view, you can easily look at your risk reward ratio when you want to enter a trade. I think this one I used to use. I'm trying to, let me look for that tool. I think there's a tool. No, not this one. This is where's that tool? Give me a minute. I'm trying to look for that tool. This tool I use where before you even pick a trade. Okay. Let's say you are long in this position. So this is a tool. So let's say you are long in this position already. You already know that. Okay, you already know that. Okay, my stop loss will be. This is like almost 3 to 1. Okay, you can see that my target is 3.002, and my stop loss is at 1.120. So this is like that means I'm willing to lose, like Gerard said, that means I'm willing to lose let's say 0.78%, as you can see here, to gain 2.09%. It's like 1 to 2. All right, or almost 1 to 3. So this is like what Gerard is explaining. He's talking about probably the next traders mindset webinar that we have like this. I'm going to be doing a detailed explanation on how you can do this. It's going to help you a lot before you enter a trade. I'm going to be doing a video like this. I'll explain it. All right. Okay, Mohammed. All right, so Mohammed, okay. Mohammed, hold on, let me Let me look for you here so I can unmute you. Mohammed says he quickly wants to chip on something. Okay, you can unmute now, Mohammed.
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you. Make it brief, okay? Hello? Hello? Mohammed? He's not talking again, no. All right, so I think we'll be calling it a day. Mohammed, if you want to, probably send me a message. I don't know, because I can't hear you again. You went off. So basically, ensure that you go over what we discussed, especially if you are just starting. Make sure you are keeping. Oh yes, I do analyze on TradingView. I do that. Yes, I analyze on TradingView and place my trades on MT4. And I also sometimes I do my analysis on MT4. You see that way. But I do my analysis majorly on TradingView. So, guys, so make sure you go over what we discussed over this weekend. Just take some time. I'll just sit with you. Just reevaluate the way you have been trading, and make some adjustment where you need to, probably on your money management, on the lot sizes you are entering. Number one, they're probably probably if you are the type that trades all the pair and you are not profitable, just go to your MT4 or whatever platform you are using, delete every other pair. Just focus on one. Choose one. If it's Euro USD, choose it. If it's pounds USD, choose. If it's gold, if it's only gold you want to be trading, stay with it. And give yourself a target of 6 months. Now, what that does is, like I've explained, it helps you to have a level of interaction with that particular pair. At that point, you become one. Like one of my friends used to say, he said you want to become one. You want to become like, no matter what anybody tells you about that particular pair, you know it. You know what is happening economically about the pair, about that currency. You know, okay, what is going on in Europe and how that affects the currency. You just understand the pair. The support and resistance, you understand it. The price action, you understand it. The behavioral pattern of that pair, you understand it. When you have come to full fusion and full knowledge of that pair, you can now say, okay, I've been trading this pair for 1 year. Let me add another one. It's at that point you now want to add another one. So, okay, let me add pounds USD now. So now you are trading 2 pair. You can now focus on 2 pair for another 1 year or 6 months before you add probably another one. Say, okay, now I'm trading 3 pair. And you want to be master on all those pairs. See, if you try it, if you have not been trying it, just try it. It's going to change your trading life forever. This is how I've been able to live in on trading for the past more than a decade now. I don't do any other thing. And like I always say, if I pick my laptop, put me in the desert, just give me a laptop and internet, I will survive. You can pick your laptop and say, I want to relocate to London, and you'll be fine. You pick your laptop, say, I'm going to US, I want to relocate, you'll be fine. But you have to do the work. In doing the work, number one thing is discipline. And I can't just say discipline. There's a pattern where you can discipline yourself. Pick one pair. When you are done trading, uninstall your trading platform. If you have to take that extreme measures, you are taking that extreme measure for your mind to be in communication with your spirit and your body. All right. So I think we'll be stopping here. Probably next week or upper week, depending on my schedule. I want us to be doing this trading mindset thing where we'll just be discussing about mindset. We'll not be talking about strategy, no trading strategy, no support and resistance. Just your psychology, how you trade, and how it affects you emotionally and everything. It will help you. Everything about trading is not only support and resistance. You can know the support and resistance. If you are not disciplined, you'll be failing. If you don't know proper money management, you'll be failing. If you know how to stay focused, you'll be failing. All right. So thank you, everybody. And I'm going to unmute everybody so that we can say good night or good morning or good afternoon. All right, though. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Good night.
Yeah, good night. So
Thank
I'll be uploading the video and dropping it on the group so that you can watch it as many times as possible.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Right.